So we actually
Yeah.
saw a really significant increase, over a 12% increase in click-through rate
Wow.
with 100% sat sig.
Welcome to another episode of Guess the Test by Elevar, where you learn the data behind a conversion optimization experiment, the variance competing, and of course, the winning version and learning lessons. If you aren't familiar with Elevar, we help Shopify brands clean up their tracking and ensure 95% of conversions are delivered to their most critical marketing channels like Facebook and Google Analytics. So let's get into today's episode and guess the test. All right, we are back for another episode. I'm here with Elevar's lead CRO strategist, Kirby. Kirby, what is today's experiment that hopefully I'm going to pick a winner? What do we got?
Yeah, we'll see. So today we're looking at a homepage test. So this is in the hero section. The control previously has featured a video, whereas
Okay.
the current variants that we're doing, we have three different variants. So we have a lot to look at. Each one of the variants is going to be a static image. So the
Okay.
first is a little more like product imagery focused. The second is more like product in use. And then the third is, I'll call it like product in use outdoors.
Okay. So let me just repeat this back. Homepage test, hero image currently is a video.
Yep.
And we have three different variants. One that's more of like a static product image. The second one is the product in use.
Yep.
And then the third is the product in use and outside in a different environment. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Kind of on the go. So
Okay.
cool.
All
And
right.
just a note, this ran specifically on mobile, which is about 85% of site traffic.
Okay. All right. So why run this experiment? I like this one.
Yeah,
Break it down for me.
yeah, this one had a little bit of external research as well as just some internal event data. So externally, there's been a handful of case studies, mentioning that a static image has performed better on specifically on mobile compared to video. So that's just kind of a pretty common reference point. So that was a piece that we had here. The other, I would say, more compelling piece is some of the event data that we have from the Chrome extension. We saw that the video play in the hero had about an 8% conversion rate, whereas users who just click through on the primary call to action converted at just over 13%. So we kind of hypothesized, yeah, the hypothesis was, potentially the video is creating kind of a conflicting call to action. So the user um, doesn't have that primary action that they are kind of led to take.
Yeah. Okay. That is, yeah, this is going to be a tough one. So let's take a look at the variants. Show me what you got.
Yeah, let's take a look here. So first, we have the control here. So you can see the primary kind of thumbnail image. A user needs to click on that to watch the video. And then we have the shop now call to action just under that. So first variant here is the kind of product studio shot. So same sort of structure of the hero section. We have title, subtitle, image, and then call to action. Variant 2 is the product in use. So again, same structure, just changing the image out at this point. And then same for variant 3, product in use outdoor. Same structure, title, subtitle, call to action, and then the image is different. So here we can see all four, side by side, with the control obviously being the most different compared to the other three. So for this one, you've heard our data points, you've heard the reference points that we had externally. What's
Yeah.
your thought?
Man, this is not an easy one. So video control, a couple of the data points. So those that users who click to watch the video convert at 8%.
Yep.
Versus those who go straight to the CTA, they convert at 13%. So just that metric or that data point alone tells me more than likely one of the variants is going to be the winner.
Yeah.
And which is surprising because I feel like I wouldn't call it a trend, but I mean we've been promoting video performing better at Elevar. So this would be an odd one where the video play, at least in the homepage, is not the winner. So I'm gonna go with the product and use.
Okay.
Everyone wants to go, not everyone. I want to see an actual product, especially with the post-COVID time where you don't have the opportunity to touch, feel, visualize, compare, contrast. So we rely on just viewing things. So I feel like the in use, so showing the product in use in this one is that's going to be the winner. I would say because 3 variants, probably not a huge winner. Let's say, what was the primary KPI again?
Yeah, so primary KPI is just click-through rate on the hero section, and then secondary KPI is overall revenue per session.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to say primary KPI, click-through rate, I'm going to say in the 1 to 3% range for the product in use. How'd I do?
All right. Well, you had the variant right. The results were a little bit different. So we actually saw a really significant increase, over a 12% increase in click-through rate with 100% stat sig. Yeah, so really, really significant. Actually, all 3 variants showed an increase in click-through rate over the control. So really, yeah, isolating that call to action, giving users kind of the one primary action to take had a really significant impact in that top of funnel metric.
So video's dead? Is that what I'm hearing? Don't use video on the homepage?
Gotta test it, yeah. Yeah, so secondary KPI, like I said, overall revenue per session. We saw actually even a more significant increase at 15.2%, with just a slightly lower stat sig at 93%. So
yeah,
both metrics really, really strong in terms of the product in use variant.
Yeah. Any interesting segments that stand out? So I know this was a mobile only test, but any big difference between channels or prospecting versus remarketing traffic, anything like that?
Yeah, so we did take a look at a handful of different segments. With the results being so compelling, essentially all segments kind of fell in line. So we looked at users that landed on the homepage, so that homepage was their landing page. We looked at paid versus non-paid. And then user type, new versus returning. And like I said, with the results as significant as they were, essentially all of those different segments fell in line with the macro results that we saw.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So I get 50% credit on the on the guess on the win.
That's right. Yep.
So other areas you could take this and apply. I'm thinking product page. So do you take the learnings here and I don't know what the main product image would be, but feature the in-use product as a main product image? Is that something else that you've considered?
Yeah, so we haven't tested into different primary product images. I think that's a great call, especially seeing the difference across the 3 static image variations that we had.
Yeah.
So that's definitely kind of a next potential iteration for this test. I think the other piece that we kind of identified more holistically is that the hero section is such a driver in terms of being the main entrance point for users into the rest of the funnel. So it's something that we're definitely considering testing further, whether it be copy, additional imagery, different layout, things like that. I think this test really showed the importance of that hero section, especially on mobile.
Yeah. And I think the other thing with this is you capture the user showing the product in use. Mm-hmm. They purchase, is potentially tie this into the post-purchase email or just reinforcing there's a product, here's how you use it. Mm-hmm. And again, try to connect that back to the initial aha moment for the user that ultimately made them click through and purchase. Yeah. Any other Any other takeaways or applications from this experiment?
That's all we have for this client. I would definitely say, just generally, like you said, video is kind of the hot trend right now. But at least in this test, we showed that just having a really compelling static image that shows the product off, shows how it's used,
Yeah.
can actually
Yeah.
be better for conversion. So definitely
Yeah.
something worth considering testing, for other clients.
All right. So that's it. Homepage hero video was the control, static image showing the product in use, ended up winning on mobile. This was a very cool one. I think that's it, right? Anything else?
That's all we got. Yep.
All right. Till next time.
Yep. See you next time.